And that's on the one side. And on the other side is the shame of Sandeshkhali, if you know, if I may, because we saw how Sheikh Shah Jahan was absconding, was a fugitive for 55 long days, and it took 55 long days for the TMC dispensation and also the police of West Bengal to nab him. And even when he was nabbed yesterday, we saw how he strutted around as if he's a VIP. It is very clear. I mean, it does not require rocket science for people to know that it's clearly that something is not right there. Now, let's look at Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit there, Arambagh. He, of course, has announced, it's a pre-election campaign, he's announced developmental projects, Jointo, but he also brought up Sandeshkhali. I want your opening remarks on this, that, you know, politics apart, don't you think a Prime Minister who keeps talking about Nari Shakti, today Sandeshkhali is a very, it's a very sensitive nerve when it comes to West Bengal and overall for the Indian women.
Indeed, Sudha, what you said really holds true. Sadly enough, there are people who are talking about Sandeshkhali being, you know, another point where Mamata may be challenged this time, not only in 2019, but in the coming, not only in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, but also 2 years later when the state goes for assembly polls. And this is exactly land issues, operations. These are the things that helped Mamata come to the forefront. If you remember 2006, 2007, it was a fight from Mamata, who was spearheading the entire agitation against the takeover of land in Shingur and Nondigram by the West Bengal government. That time ruled by Buddhadev, Chief Minister was Buddhadev Bhattacharya. So now it has come to haunt her itself. So we can say, in a way, she has handed over the fodder to the opposition. But the thing is, not everyone is the way that an activist, Mamata Banerjee, an activist, leads the battle, if I can put it that way. So here what is happening, the BJP, despite having a kind of fodder in its hand, is not able to go ahead and tell the people there, comfort them that here we are here to protect you, to take care of you.
But
It
then
is turning into
wait a
something
minute,
different.
but with Sandeshkhali and what the Prime Minister right now said, that it is Apaman, that is, it is, you know, shame for the women of West Bengal. He said it is about, you know, shaming your dignity. It is that Didi has not done enough for you. Don't you think? And on the one, this is the man who speaks about Nari Shakti. Don't you think he has actually all guns blazing towards the apathy of the Trinamool Congress, as it were?
Yes, indeed. That is what I was just now saying, Sudha, that what happened in Nondigram, if you see there also, there were complaints from the women that how they were oppressed and how they were kind of victims in the hands of the, at that point of time, the left front government. So this is what is happening again, unfortunately, under Mamata Banerjee. And this is what the Prime Minister, yes, you rightly, when introducing the show, you rightly said that this is the time that he has launched the Lok Sabha election campaign. And obviously, what else, where there is oppression, what else could be the agenda? One more thing, if you see the two constituencies that the Prime Minister has chosen, in fact, the Home Minister was supposed to go earlier, which did not for some reason materialize. But here, where he has chosen, this time the BJP is targeting 35 out of the 42 seats in West Bengal, the Lok Sabha seats in West Bengal. They already have 18. Yes. They are not talking about not only that 18 seats, but going at 35. Yeah. And out of that 35, these two seats, that is Arambagh and where he goes tomorrow, that is Krishnanagar, these two are topmost in the agenda of the BJP this time to take it away from the Trinamool. Because in Arambagh, they had lost by about 1,000 or so
votes. Yes.
About 1,000 votes.
Yes.
And in Krishnanagar, where he goes tomorrow, there the controversial MP who has just faced some in the parliament, you may remember Mahua Moitro. Mahua Moitro, it is clear now that she is going to contest once again. And there are certain talks going on that the united opposition may stand behind her, whatever it may be. But if you see after the Lok Sabha elections, the subsequent Vidhan Sabha or the assembly elections, the BJP has done well, especially in Arambagh. And if you see in Krishnanagar, they could not clinch all the 7 seats. They could not get any, in fact, in under Krishnanagar Lok Sabha constituency. But the margin in 4 of them is against the Trinamool. But what happens for 2 of them? I beg your pardon. In 2 of them, one of them is represented in the assembly by Mukul Roy, who is said to be, I'm not very sure, is ailing. So if you see that
yeah.
these 2 constituencies have been chosen, and as I said earlier, that Sandeshkhali has given fodder in the hands of the BJP.
Right.
So it will become an election issue. Whether it becomes a Nondigram even for Mamata Banerjee, that we have to wait and see.
Yeah, whether it becomes a Shingur or a Nondigram, we have to wait and see. But of course, today, what the Prime Minister said has actually, I think, like you said, created an impact, and it may become an election issue. You spoke about the number of seats that the BJP is targeting. What about the TMC, according to you, Jointo? You're a close watcher of what happens in Bengal. 22, did they get last time? Is that the number that they got? Do you think that it will come down to some extent, or do you think that you never know, she may just catapult back? Mamata Banerjee, known to be somebody who is very, very smart when it comes to politics.
Sudha, in fact, that you mentioned this, I was there recently. I went around a few of the constituencies, taking stock before the elections are announced, what happens. In fact, interestingly, these 2 constituencies were part of my schedule. Anyway, so answering your question, I do not know whether they would be able to get 19, 20 or 35 seats. That I do not know. But I think the vote percentage may again increase. Because if you see in the earlier elections, they used to get around something a little over 17%, especially in the assembly elections.